Alen Babic says he feels betrayed by Eddie Hearn for not winning the purse bid for his fight with Rosansky and therefore staging it in the UK, Alen Babic's second home. Instead, he has to travel to hostile territory over in Poland. But personally, I don't think the Savage should take offense over this because Eddie Hearn hardly ever wins purse bids these days. In fact, it's a surprise when he does. Some promoters prioritize a fighter's best interests. They try to win purse bids to give their guy as many advantages as possible. They see it as an investment. But Eddie Hearn doesn't do that. He doesn't want to bid any more than he thinks the fight is actually worth. He prioritizes profit making, and the fighter's best interests are secondary to that. And this is especially the case now that DAZN are hemorrhaging money. Eddie Hearn is tightening the purse strings. With all that being said, I do find it a bit curious that Eddie Hearn didn't try harder to win the purse bid for the Babic-Rosansky fight, because Babic does have a sizable cult following in the UK. He's regularly trending on Twitter whenever he fights, and his opponent Rosansky is Polish. And if you know anything about the UK, you'll know there's a sizable Polish population in Britain, particularly in cities like London, and they always come out to support their fighters. I mean, even when the likes of Artur Szpilka has fought in Britain in the past, a very large Polish contingent has come out to attend his fights. So surely this would be a profitable show. But maybe it's DAZN that are the problem. Maybe Eddie Hearn doesn't feel as though DAZN can promote the fight well enough to achieve the kind of ticket sales and viewing figures and DAZN signups, of course, that would make bidding higher for the fight worthwhile. And if that's the case, rather than being disappointed by Eddie Hearn losing the bid, maybe Babic should see it as a blessing because the fight's going to be on Sky and he's presumably going to get a lot more exposure. But the bigger picture here is what's going on with Dillian Whyte. I don't know if Babic is still managed by Dillian Whyte, but if he is, then this outburst might be an indication that Eddie Hearn is no longer flavor of the month in that camp. Hearn has said that Whyte is fielding offers from other promoters, which he has done in the past as well, but this is coming off the back of the Franklin fight, which Hearn said was very close, much to Whyte's displeasure. Furthermore, Whyte said he felt slighted by the fact that Jermaine Franklin has been given the AJ fight ahead of himself. Babic's fight against Rosansky is being co-promoted by Ben Shalom. Is this a sign of things to come? Could we see Alen Babic and Dillian Whyte on a Ben Shalom show in the UK in the not too distant future? A Whyte-Parker rematch, maybe? Or Alen Babic against the Ivan Drago lookalike? Interesting times ahead.